the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. Coming to you live from the beautiful Grand Princonian here in downtown Winters, California. What a beautiful, beautiful day we got going. There's what a better way to start it than with all of you in this lovely place. So, obviously, I expect to be blessed. 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 Put my faith through the test. Live life fully expressed. And yes, 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 I expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed. And I expect to be blessed. Put my faith to the test. Live life fully expressed. And yes, 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 I expect to be blessed. And I expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed. Put my faith to the test. Live life fully expressed. And yes, 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 I expect to be blessed. And I expect to be blessed. And I expect to be blessed. One more time. And I expect to be blessed.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark. I'm the senior minister here, and it is my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. And this beautiful morning, is it not?
Yes.
What a great morning this is. Bright, crisp, clear, and sunny, and just a little bit of chill in the air. It's going to be warm today. It's just fantastic. Billy. Please welcome our Billy, our music director, Billy Larkin. How you doing, Billy?
I'm doing very good. How are you? Thank you so much. I am your Billy. And, no, things are great. I've been down in LA a couple times since probably last we spoke, and casting is going well. We're about halfway done with casting for the show, and I can't believe it's only 2 months until my big show. Hope you guys come out. I understand everybody's coming. I don't know whether anybody's going to be here that weekend, but that'll be interesting. We'll have to see how that all works out. But yeah, things are good.
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to the show. I'm so excited. Ooh. Okay, great. And you got a haircut. Yeah. I'm appreciating that. You're just lording your long locks over all of us.
It'll come back. It goes really fast.
No more of this?
Yeah, you're the envy of us, the hair challenged. So welcome everybody. I'm so glad you're here. I've been reading this, and it seems like every week is a good week to read this covenant that we have and to reinforce who we are and what we stand for. And every week, it seems like it's more and more important that we do that. So this is becoming a tradition here at CSL Yolo. But I just want to read to you our Heartivism covenant, our promise and our intention to be who we are and what we are. And this is what we are. So I shall read that to you now. We stand firmly in the truth that every human being is an expression of the divine. We affirm that all people, regardless of race, nationality, gender identity, sexual orientation, economic status, ability, past actions, or beliefs, are inherently worthy of love, dignity, and respect. We commit to being love in action. We will respond to fear with faith, to hate with compassion, and to injustice with sacred action, We are the presence of peace. And so it is.
So it is.
All right.
I've
So,
got that up on my refrigerator, which is a really great idea to take that card.
oh yes. And that's a reminder. We've got these, yes, we've got this covenant written down and printed on this lovely card with a big heart on it. And they're at the welcome table, and you are free to grab one of those so you can put it up at your house and have a constant reminder of what you stand for. And that's important, and that there are so many more people than you that are standing for that right along with you. So this is a great reminder of that. We study the science of mind here. And what is that? What is the science of mind? Well, the science of mind is a spiritual philosophy that teaches individuals how to live from their inherent greatness by aligning with spiritual principles. It emphasizes that God is within everyone. And through the power of mind, affirmative prayer, and intentional thought, we can create a life of joy, success, and fulfillment. We believe that by recognizing our divine nature and infinite potential, we can express our highest self and live with purpose, abundance, and love. And that is what we're all about here at CSL Yolo. So, these beliefs have power. And part of that power is in what we choose to believe. And so we have 4 core beliefs here at the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo, and I would like to share them with you now. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is an expression of love, a call for love, a result of love. Love, love, love is all there is. Try to make one move in your life without thinking of someone or something that you love. Try to take one step without thinking about that. I challenge you. So, number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things, and we're going to be getting into that a little bit more with today's talk. But everything that's around you now has been preceded by thought. And so we pay a lot of attention, including our current political climate has been preceded by thought. And so we know that there is, and we pay attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete exactly as you are right now. Exactly as you are right now. The you that is you. The you that is beyond all condition, beyond your height and your weight and your job and your lack of hair. Beyond all of that, you are whole, perfect, and complete. And we know this because we come from a whole, perfect, and complete source that only creates whole, perfect, and complete things. So it's a very easy calculation for us to make. So we also believe that. So we believe that about ourselves, and we believe that about each other. Number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone, and we're working from that world together. This is a world, a universe that operates on love and law and cause and effect, just as it has since the beginning of time. And what this philosophy does is learn those laws and learn how to incorporate those laws into our lives so we can bring about and create a world that looks like it works for everyone, a world that feels like it works for everyone. So that's what we're all about here at CSLY. So now it's time for my favorite time of the day, our Namaste time, where we get a chance to look each other in the eye and to acknowledge that beautiful shard of the infinite that resides within each and every one of us, that piece of God that we are. So, and we do that with Namaste. So let's Namaste one another. there anybody else here that gets filled up with the namaste? It just, heart just fills up. Love it. Love it, love it. So, now please welcome our practitioner, Dr. Deborah Taylor. She's going to come up, our practitioner of the day. She's going to come up and give us our vision and mission and share with us today's affirmation. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, CSL. Why?
Good morning.
Okay, let's do that again. Good morning, CSL. Why?
Good
morning. Because we love you.
I miss you. We love you.
you.
Mickey Mouse Club. Right? I remember.
Oh, la la. Okay, that's for those baby boomers, right?
Yeah.
Before my time.
Before your time. Oh, la la. The sound of the universe. Laughter. God is right here, right now. So it is my pleasure to remind us of our vision and mission statements, which are very powerful. We have so many powerful words in our service and in our philosophy. So we just remind ourselves of who we are. So I will read our vision statement, and then I'm going to invite everyone to stand and say it with me, and then I'll do the mission statement, and then we'll do it all together. So, our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So let's say that together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And in support of this vision, and in support of the CSL vision of a world that works for everyone, our mission here is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live, this is my favorite part, live their inherent greatness. Inherent greatness. It's already within you. There's nothing you have to go out and buy or learn how to do or any of that. It's already within you. And so as we say these words together, I'm going to invite you to simply step into that greatness, to allow it to express in your feelings, in your face, in your body. Just let it hang out right here, right now, if you want to. So let's say that together. Our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Thank you. So our affirmation for today, it is simple but sweet and powerful. And it's a good one for me. Yeah?
Good. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Okay, here it is. Today is the perfect day to start. Wow, that is for all those procrastinators out there. Let's say this together. First, let's take a breath, though, and just allow that invisible side of life to empower these words. Today is the perfect day to start. So it is. So I'd like to invite our board president, Tracy Gerardo, to share some happenings with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
First up, I'm excited to share that we have a circle. It's the CSL Yolo Care Circle that happens every month, and we're having an open house next month, so we hope that you can join. It's an introductory open house that's Saturday, April 12th, from 12 to 2:30. Please do pre-register. It's a great way to experience just being together and developing close relationships, and absolutely it's all about love and support. So I'm a member, so I love it. So please do join us. You can email Barry at the email here or call 530-632-4798 to register, and Marty and Barry are here today, so you can also just talk to them. And we're also observing our season for peace and nonviolence. That's going through April 4th, and that was created by the Association of Global New Thought. And that's a 64-day period between the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We have had a couple events during this time. We had a wonderful event last month creating vision catchers with Deborah. And then this month, today, we will have a drum circle and smudging ceremony. Just show up. So I see a lot of great faces here, and I hope that you all will be coming after service, after fellowship, of course, to join us here in Winters at 819 Carrying Circle. Drums and rain sticks will be provided. And Patricia, did you want to say anything else about it, or are you good?
No, just show up.
Yes, please. We'd love to see you. Thank you. Next up, we also have a Winters, in-person in Winters, spiritual living circle. And that happens on the last Wednesday of the month. And that's here in Winters at 212 Grant Avenue. That's from 5 to 6 p.m. And I'm really excited because this month we're talking about flow. And also we're going to be talking about flowing in and out of things. So thinking about what no longer serves you. Are you in right relation in your relationships? And what we'll be doing is having a burning bowl ceremony. So that's next week, Wednesday at 5, and I hope you can join. No register. You don't have to register or let anyone know. Just come on by. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. And now as we enter into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing this beautiful Karen Drucker song, I Have Faith. I have faith, I pray faith, I choose faith, I am faith, I have faith, I choose faith, I am faith, I have
Billy. This morning we have a wonderful sacred reading by Eckhart Tolle in The Stillness Speaks. When you pay more attention to what you do than to the future result you want to achieve by it, you break the old ego conditioning. Then your doing is not only much more effective, but infinitely more joyful and satisfying. Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? Thank you. And here is Dr. Deborah with our invocation.
Thank you, Heather. I'm just going to invite us to allow the breath to deepen itself in its own perfect rhyme and rhythm. It is the rhyme and rhythm of the universe as it breathes us and beats our heart. And as you release the breath, release everything that has come before this moment. Simply be here now. Being the divine and infinite expression of the one power, the one love, the presence that we may call God or Spirit, Jehovah or Yahweh. We may call it Wakantanka, Mother Earth, Father Sky. We may call it Shiva, Shango, Yemaya, Big Mama. By whatever name, it is love, peace, joy, beauty, power, all that is. And as I am a divine emanation and expression of that one power, that one love, the all that is, I know that this is the truth of each one here. Indeed, it is the truth of all creation. For we are one. And so as I stand in this truth and this knowing of this oneness, this love, this peace, this power, this joy, I bless this service and I call it sacred, I call it good and very good. For it is a blessing, it is blessed, it is blessed. And all who come within the sphere of influence feels the joy, the peace, the love, the power, the beauty, the light, the life. And so, I stand in gratitude for our surrendered vessel, Reverend David Clark. I stand knowing that every prayer, known or unknown, is already done in the mind of God. And I release my word into the alchemy of love and law, to the one word that God knows. And that word is yes. Yes. And yes. And so I invite all to join with me in this blessing. In being the blessing. For it takes a village, as we say, Ashe, Aho, Amen,
Amen.
and so it is.
Thank you, Deborah. Song I've chosen to start off the musical offering, the first musical offering today, is because we just went through spring equinox. And kind of a reminder that the Earth is turning on its axis. It's revolving around the sun. It doesn't do that in a perfect circle. There's two spots one spot where it's the farthest away from the sun, and that's in the winter solstice, and there's one where it's the closest to the sun, and that's the summer solstice. And in the spring, in the fall, they're equinoxes, so that's when they equal the same distance from the sun. And it's a time of balance. And it's a beautiful song written by Pete Seeger, performed by the Birds, with words from Ecclesiastes. This is turn, turn, turn. Jesus.
Thank you, Billy. So, happy spring equinox. That is happening. And this day, it was on the, it happened on the 20th of March. So that was Thursday? Yeah. Yeah. And it's marked around the world with, from religions of all different shades. And there's all kinds of festivals and things and rituals around this time of year. And it's always centered around rebirth and renewal. And today, we're going to talk about some rebirth and renewal in the form of planting our intentions. Planting our intentions. And in this philosophy, we talk a lot, we use the planting of intentions as a metaphor for the creative process itself. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the creative process. So this will give you a little bit of insight to what we're talking about today. So we have our teaching symbol. This is the teaching symbol of religious science. And a lot of you may be familiar with this. So there are different zones that this represents. Okay? Up at the top, it represents our spiritual consciousness, our consciousness of spirit. This is the universal mind. This is where all knowledge is. This symbolizes where all knowledge is. Everything that ever happened, anything that will happen, and everything that is happening is all contained in this one universal mind. And this is what we all have access to, is all of this knowledge. So that's where everything is born from. When you get that great idea for a song, Billy, it's coming out of the universal consciousness. When you get that great idea, to do at work, that new computer program, that whatever, that inspiration that comes to you, all of it comes from this one great universal mind. And so the creative process is selecting a thought out of this mind and then putting it through the subconscious. And once it comes out on the other side, it comes out into form or body or manifestation. So we symbolize this by calling that thought that we pull out of universal mind a seed. And then we plant that in our subconscious, which is the soil. And within that soil, all kinds of things happen, right? We don't know what happens in that soil that brings about the manifestation, but it happens. And then we have a plant at the end. It is not a matter of, well, maybe the seed will produce something. Maybe this will work. Maybe, no. There are no maybes. We plant the seed into the soil, we will get a result. That's the way it works. So we have to be very conscious of the seeds that we're selecting from this universal mind, this mind that is capable, that holds all knowledge. The seeds that we select out of that mind to plant in our own subconscious and to grow in our lives. So that is what we're talking about today. And the time of the spring equinox is a time to sow. It's a time to plant our seeds. But how do we select the seeds that we're going to plant? Because we have a lot of influences out there. So how do we pick the right seeds, the best seeds for ourselves? Well, there's a few different things that we can do. 3 in particular. Number 1, we need to take time for introspection. Take time for introspection. This is coming up a lot this month, of taking some time out for yourself. So we take time for introspection. So this is what we do. We take quality time for ourselves. We make an appointment to be with our divine self. Make an appointment. And it's important that you make an appointment because we all keep our appointments, right?
Yeah.
And everything that's important in our lives, we put a date on it and we say, okay, we're going to take care of that. We're going to take this medication at this time. We're going to get to this meeting. We're going to get to this appointment. So make an appointment to be with your divine self and shut off everything else. The news, the radio, the TV, the movies, whatever else we've got going on, whatever inputs we have happening, we need to shut all of those off. Be with our divine selves. And take a moment to be kind, gentle, and grateful. And above all, avoid judging what you don't like when you're sitting with yourself. Rather than observe the areas of your life that you've forgotten, rather, observe the areas in your life where you have forgotten that you are a divine being. I'll say that one more time. Observe the areas of your life where you have forgotten that you are a divine being. You are powerful. You are loved. You have access to the infinite mind to create the world that you want to be in, to create the life that you want to lead. So all of this is within you. And we forget sometimes because we turn on the TV, we hear all this news, and we hear about things that are beyond our realm of control, that we forget how much control we actually have over our lives. So when you're aware of an area that you don't like what you see, and it triggers you, for example, you can think of one. Think of an area where you might have been triggered. And ask yourself, am I reacting from love or fear? Or am I attempting the spiritual bypass? And we're going to talk about spiritual bypass here in a minute. Am I worried or preoccupied or feeling indifferent? Notice the vibration that your body feels when you think about this topic. Does it feel good? And during this divine appointment with yourself, pay attention to your feelings. The intention is to notice, not necessarily to change or bypass the feeling. You just want to notice what's happening within you. Okay? And it's important that we notice because it's going to come spilling out in other ways. Okay? I'll rip one from today's headlines, and my wife is going to get upset with me when I do. She's rolling her eyes right now. But we got a little tiff. You know, it happens. Couples, married 25 years. You get into little arguments, and it's over something little, some misunderstanding. Well, I said this. Well, no, you didn't. You said this. Well, I said this. Well, I meant this. Well, you said that. Have you been there? Yeah. Okay, this isn't foreign to anyone. We've had these discussions before, yes. And it seemed like we were kind of going around in circles. And as we start to unravel the argument, as we start to unravel the discussion and get to whatever's at the center of it, that period, I like getting to that point where we can get to what's it really all about. And it is there in the center of that we notice that we're on edge. We are on edge. This political climate, this news cycle, all of this stuff has put us on edge with each other, and we didn't even notice that we're on edge with each other. We're just reacting. That's how this comes spilling out into people that you love without intention. So we have to spend some time with ourselves. We have to come into conscious connection with our feelings. Otherwise, our feelings are going to just come spurting out unchecked. And we're going to waste a lot of time arguing with people that we love, rather than addressing what we really need to address inside ourselves. So number 2. That wasn't too bad, was it, honey?
No, not too bad.
All right. It's going to be a long drive home. But number 2. Face your spiritual bypass. And what is spiritual bypass? We talk about that a lot in this philosophy. Spiritual bypass is taking something, some emotion, and just saying, hey, you know what? It's all good. It's all God. Hey, it's meant to be. We're suffering through something. We're suffering through grief of some kind. And we say, it's meant to be. I shouldn't feel this way. I'm not going to feel this way because that's just how God intended it to be. While it is true that we are surrounded by God, yes, God is everywhere and in everyone at all times. We're never separate from God. And so we are always surrounded by the goodness of God. And these things are true. But it is also true that sometimes we need some help. We need some tangible assistance. We can't just say it away. A broken heart needs as much attention as a broken arm. I'm going to say that again. A broken heart needs as much attention as a broken arm. We break our arm, we can't just say it away. It's like, that's how God intended. It still hurts. It still needs to be said. We still have to go and see someone and have them help us and fix it and heal. The same is true of what is happening within us. And yeah, it's great to acknowledge the truth that God is all there is. But it's also great to acknowledge the truth that you're in pain. That you're hurting, that you need some help. And God comes in the form of that help. All kinds of help. You guys have perhaps have heard the old fable of oh man, I'm just going to butcher it, but I'm going to paraphrase it. Of the person that's waiting for help. It's a flood, and they're praying that God is going to come and help them. And somebody comes along in a boat. It's like, hey, come on, get on the boat. Let's get out of here. And it's like, no, wait, I'm waiting for God. God's going to show up. And the boat goes. Another couple, and the helicopter comes. Hey, we're going to lift you out. No, I'm waiting for God. The truth is that God is in the form of that person in the boat. The help that we want, the help that we know is there and available, can come to us in a myriad of different forms. Sometimes we get stuck on waiting for that shaft of light to come down and shine on us. I recognize that. That's God. All right, God, I'm listening. But as soon as we declare that God is, and that God is in our lives, and that God is connected to us eternally, that help that we need, that we've acknowledged that we've needed, that help comes in. It comes in from friends. It comes in from like a television show. You'll turn on the TV and there'll be someone on there talking about that thing that you need. Has that ever happened? You go to a supermarket, you get in a conversation with somebody, and they say something that you needed to hear. That's how God speaks. That's how God comes through. So when we attempt to spiritually bypass, we're just kind of ignoring our broken arm. But we all need help and assistance. And we get that from each other. That's why we're all here together. That's why we're here together on this planet. So that we can live and love and help each other. Heal and grow. So try to avoid that spiritual bypass. And when you find something through that appointment that you have with your divine self, when you find something in there, don't just explain it away. Acknowledge that that pain is there. Acknowledge that that anger is there. And don't attempt to bypass it or ignore it. Another thing that will help us in our seed selection is to sow consciously from gratitude. Be grateful for everything. Our life is a gift. And we can always find something to be grateful for. Something small. When triggers arise, and they will arise, open your heart and remember to sow in your being a feeling of gratitude. For example, I'm just going to pick one out of the air, just a random thing. Politics. Totally random. Move on from the awareness that you don't like what you're against, and into the awareness of what you are for. That is the core of heartivism, and we've talked about heartivism before. We want to be for something. We've got enough people being against something, and we see what the result of that is. And we know what the result of being for something can be. This could be gratitude for the freedom to be able to vote. Gratitude for the people who are working to support the ideas that you align with. This sowing could lead to a blossoming of actions such as volunteering, an action that's alive in you. And don't get me wrong, okay? There is cause for anger. There's a lot of anger happening today. And there's a lot of anger that we have. And I saw a quote from the great Maya Angelou where she was talking about anger. And she said, anger is natural. It's completely natural. And she encourages us to feel anger, to feel it, and then to do something about it, to write about it, to dance about it, to speak about it. And in the meantime, avoid bitterness. So anger is good. It bubbles up. Hey, you just made me upset. I'm going to talk to you about it. You talk to somebody about it, and then it dissipates. And then the anger just goes. So anger is meant to come and go. But when anger comes and doesn't go, then that's bitterness. And bitterness is like a cancer, she said. It feeds upon its host. Don't let these times change who you are and what you are. We're more than just receptacles for bitterness. We are love. We are peace. We are joy. There's so much to us that is more than just this anger and perhaps hatred that we're feeling. There's more. So that's a little bit about sowing the seeds. So we have for us a little bit of home play. Make that date with your divine self. Make a date with your divine self and sit in your emotions and recognize what comes up. What needs to be healed? What needs to be healed? Number 2, notice and forgive. forgive your spiritual bypass. If you've noticed that that is something that you've done or something that you're currently doing, just forgive yourself for it. Never beat yourself up over this. We're all doing the absolute best we can. I believe this. And so it's difficult to keep our awareness up under this onslaught of information that we are under right now. And really, we're under it at all times. We're always under all this information, but especially now. So if you find yourself just doing spiritual bypass just to cope, just so you don't have to deal with it, it's okay. But just know that the path to peace is letting that spiritual bypass go and really identifying how you feel and addressing that through prayer and through the seeds that we plant in our lives. And lastly, plant only what you want to harvest. Okay? We're not going to plant seeds of resentment because we're going to get a great big resentment tree. I don't know if you've ever seen a resentment tree, but I don't think it's anything that you want to cultivate. Okay? If we want to harvest love, we must plant seeds of love. If we want to harvest peace, we must plant seeds of peace. And it's hard, it's difficult. But that is the world that we want, and we're called to action right now to plant the seeds that we want to grow into this world. And I want to be responsible for that peace tree that's over there and that nice little love plant that's growing. I want to claim those as mine. And I want them to grow and flourish. So only plant what you want to harvest. So let's take that thought into prayer. You guys down with this homework?
Yes. Yeah.
You making those dates? I know you are very busy, and your divine selves are very busy. But it's well worth the effort. So let's go inside now. Inside, beyond all condition. Inside to that place of peace. Beyond all the headlines and the noise. Beyond our fingers and toes. Beyond our bones and muscles. Beyond all condition. To the heart of what and who we are. And it is from that place, that divine place, let us declare that there is only one. One spirit, one mind, one divine source. One consciousness, one existence, one source of power and peace and love and wisdom and joy and good. And this one good is eternal. It is everlasting. There is no beginning. There is no end. It is infinite. And infinitely, everything, all the principles of good that I just mentioned, all of the peace and joy in infinite amounts, infinite love, infinite wisdom. And it is this great seat of power that I know that I am one with. I'm also connected to infinity. And as I know this about myself, I also know this. What makes this true, what makes all of this true, is that it is true for all of us. Each and every person here, each and every person roaming this planet, we are all one. Cosmically identical. Spiritually connected to each other. And because we are connected to the one infinite good, that infinite good resides in each and every one of us. We're made of it. It feeds us, it embraces us, it informs us, it loves us. And so we have the power to make the world the way we want it to be, the way it can be, a world of compassion, a world of love, a world that reflects who we are on the inside. And so I'm grateful to know that the seeds that I plant in my life will, without question, grow into blessed manifestation, into a blessed plan, into a creation. This is how it works. And so today I declare I plant seeds of love, because that is what I wish to harvest. I plant seeds of peace, because that's what I want to grow in my heart. I plant seeds of wisdom. I plant seeds of oneness. And as I do, I know that this is what will manifest in my life, and I will see it. Along with all the other messages that I get from the world, I will receive the results of my planting. So I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful to know this. I'm grateful to proclaim it. I'm grateful to a loving Spirit for providing all of this. This wonderful, beautiful paradise of a world for us to enjoy. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every moment that I'm here to enjoy it. And so let us all release these words, knowing that what I've just said is true and done and immediately acted upon by a loving universe, by a loving Spirit. And so we release these words with those blessed words. And so it is.
Wow, thank you, David. And as David said, our thoughts, our prayers, and our seeds make things happen. And this song I wrote, I had a lot of fun messing around, playing with the word make. list of things that go with the word make. And the title of the song is Make My Day. Pulled from Clint Eastwood. Make my day. But I turn it around and I say, and realizing that everything that you do, everything I do, everything we do, we're making our day every day. We're creating what's going on. It's a little fun.
Excuses for the things that I said. I make appointments, I make a deal, I make a promise and I'm keeping it real. Every thought, every word is received as it is heard. Every breath that I'm taking is a prayer that I am making in every way. I make my day. Arrangements, I make amends, I make a noise with some of my friends. I make mistakes, I make believe, I make a list of the things up my sleeve. Every thought, every word is received as it is heard. Every breath that I'm taking is a prayer that I am making in every I make a guess, I hit or I miss. I make my way, I make a mess. I make up what I have to confess. Every thought, every word is received as it is heard. Every breath that I'm taking is a prayer that I am making in every way. I make my day. Inconceivable, impossible, unbelievable, improbable, impossible way. I make my day. I make my day. I make my day.
We are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing, and we call it conscious, committed, and structured giving. And there are many ways to give and expand abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering, we give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and to live their inherent greatness. And we have a tithing partner this month, or this quarter, and it's Meals on Wheels, and there will be a representative from Meals on Wheels here next week to talk to us and to receive a little check that we've collected for them, and that's going to be wonderful. So be here next week. Meals on Wheels, their mission is simple. Put those meals on some wheels and deliver them to people in need. And so we are behind that 100%. And so please know that part of your gift also goes to help support Meals on Wheels for this quarter. And there are many ways that you can give. One of those ways is to give text to give to that phone number that's on your screen right now. You can visit our website if you're online at cslyolo.org and just click on the donate button there. Or you can send us a good old-fashioned check or money order to the address that's on your screen and make that out to CSL Yolo. Or lastly, you can just put some money in the plate that is coming around to you now. So now that we know how to give and we know why we're giving, let us enter into that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. And I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that vibrational energy of circulation. Feel your heart pumping away in there. And say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I receive. Today I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
What goes around comes around. We give what we receive. A circle of abundance that is there for you and me. So give what you get what you give. Living in abundance is the only way to live. Give what you get what you give. Living in abundance is the only way to live.
We bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us, full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks, we let it be so, and so it is. And we have a special message for the children that are out there, the children that are headed in this general direction now to be part of this wonderful center, and the children that are here nestled in our hearts. We say to you, we love you.
We love you.
We're here for you.
We're here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
All right, we believe in the power of connection at this center. And what does that mean? That means that we believe that we are connected, unbreakably connected to Spirit, and we are also unbreakably connected to each other. And that connection has power. And we exercise that power in the form of prayer. So if you find yourself in need of prayer today, please, please, please let us know and let our prayer practitioners pray with you and see God working its way through your endeavors right now. So prayer practitioners, raise your hands and please come to one of us and let us know that you're seeking prayer. But if you would rather not, but you still want to get your prayer request in, then please fill out a prayer request and put it in that little prayer box that's in the back of the room, and we read those every week, the prayer practitioner staff and myself, and we pray on those all throughout the week. So, lastly, if you're online, go to our website in the practitioners portion of our website and send in a prayer request that way. It's only viewed by practitioners and myself, and it is prayed on equally as much as we would pray for you right here in person. So we have no excuse not to seek prayer. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And lastly, our fellowship time. We've got wonderful goodies downstairs, and fellowship and fun and friends are down there. So please join us after the service downstairs in the fellowship hall, where we're going to have coffee and tea and all kinds of goodies down there. So please join us.
Followed by the drum circle.
Oh, yes, and don't forget the drum circle. It starts at 12:30, so we're going to have a little bit of an abbreviated fellowship time downstairs, so we can all get to that drum circle and just have a good time drumming to the rhythm of peace, drumming to the rhythm of love. And I just can't wait. So I'll be there, and I'll be looking for you. All right. So all of that happens after our closing song and benediction, which occurs now.
Please stand and join me. God is good. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. God is always there for me. So I let go and let it be. Love is good all the time. Love is good all the time. Love is always there for me. So I let go and let it be. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. God is always there for me. So I let go and let it be.
Go forth today knowing consciously what seeds you're planting into the universal mind. Knowing that what you want to receive, knowing the you that you want to be, know your divinity. And always remember that God loves you. And so it is.
God is all